we're just looking at some really easy bar chord shapes where you lay your first finger flat on two skinny strings. And the idea is you can move it around. About 3rd fret, 5th fret again. It's really fun to slide that shape too, like this. I'm starting at 3rd fret and taking it to 5th fret. That just sounds cool. How about to 8th fret? Back to 5th and now to 3rd. So that's some slides, which are really fun to do. How about 10th fret and 12th? I'm going to turn my tuner off, save the battery. Let's go backwards. 12 to 10, 10 to 8, 8 to 5, 5 to 3, 3 to 5. And you'll notice your finger will feel, you've got a lot of nerve endings in your fingers, and so you will feel a little pain. Oh, it's all part of the fun. If you didn't feel pain, you'd be dead. That sounds really cool. You can go to 15 and 17. And you can make up your own patterns. That's just what I'm doing today. Pretty spontaneous. I have no plan for this lesson other than just enjoy guitar and try to help you see a few shapes. So you can just, that's the thing about guitar. It has so much freedom. You can just kind of entertain yourself. And, if somebody says, "What are you doing?" and just say you're practicing. Practicing what? Like, I don't know. Just making sound and having fun. That's a good shape. And then we were looking at this shape, this A, where you lay your index flat and you're going to hit the 5th string, 4th string, ooh, that sounded weird, and 3rd string. That was strange. A right hand is just doing some picking on the strings. Holding the shape. That's an A. A5 power chord. You can also move that up the neck. So I was just exploring moving it and see what happens. And you'll find some that sound less pleasant, such as maybe if you go up 1 fret higher. It could be cool. I'll let you figure that out if you like it or not. You could take it 1 fret lower. That's not that common of a move. More common is like I was doing the 5 and the 7. 5 and 2. And just those are like your blocks, and go play with the blocks and make something, you know, these are your toys. So that's using one finger, but I'm going to use more than one finger. So index and ring really work together nicely. The hand just likes, these fingers seem to coordinate well. Other fingers like middle and pinky might fight a little bit, or I don't know. These two guys seem to communicate well, the index and ring. Notice I'm getting like an open sound. So that's the ring finger laying flat at the 7th fret. I'm hitting the 4th string, 3rd, maybe the 2nd a little bit. Sounds fine. A little bend, I'm just sort of twisting the strings a little tiny bit. Trying to control it, not just letting it, whoa, I can't control that. Oh, yes I can. That's cool. I like it. So that's a flat shape. Those are bar chords, easy bar chords. More difficult bar chords are based on an E chord. Remember your E chord. E is a great key for guitar because you've got 2 E strings. So your lowest sound is that low E. Now the idea is, before we do the bar chord, let's just slide that up 1 fret higher. And back. So the E can move, like any chord can move. But the 2 strings are not moving. The 1st, 2nd, and 6th string are remaining the same. That's okay. Let's go 1 more fret. So these are some of the cool chords, really. So your job is just to explore this on your own. Most of them sound pretty good, except this one. It's not your fault. 1 more fret. 1 more fret. So some of them are a little strange sounding. That's okay. Some are quite beautiful. It's amazing. Once you get this going, you'll be able to play all kinds of stuff. So just keep exploring and listening. That's one thing we have to be trained to do, is listen. I'm at 13th and 14th frets up here, and that's actually another E. Compare. Now comes the hard stuff. We're going to keep the same shape, but use different fingers. So pick up your fingers, wiggle them a little bit, and we're going to reform the chord only using middle, ring, pinky. Index is out. Did you see that? Middle, ring, pinky. It's still an E, just different fingers. Now we slide it up again. When you get to the 8th and 9th frets, stay there. I know your hand's getting tired, but let's try one more thing. Index finger is going to lay really flat across 6 strings, super straight. And there's your bar chord. And notice my thumb is helping to clamp down. So your muscles are going to kind of ache in the hypothenar, the thumb is going to hurt. And it takes, you have to hit it every day. So eventually you'll be able to remember this is an E-shaped chord with your index finger laying flat. Let me show you something. This is a capo, which is, I think it's modeled on the human hand. Let's just put the capo right here, 7th fret, and make an E chord. That's great. No more bar chord. But the problem is I can't follow you around and put a capo on when you change your chords. And you can't do this fast enough when you got to change chords. So you really have to learn the bar. But that's the idea. It's got a spring here. And you got to squeeze pretty hard to open that. So take a little rest, let your fingers cool out, and when you're ready, see if you can remember that shape. If you hit this every day for 5 or 10 minutes, you'll have it for life. And these are really fun. You can go. They move, they're just a lot of fun. The funny thing is, remember that first shape we did when you lay your first finger flat on 2 skinny strings? That's contained in this. Those 2 notes are found in the bar chord. So in a big way they connect. Let's say you're writing a rock and roll song and you're doing a bar chord. Maybe you're hitting the 2 big strings. Which makes a power chord, which is great. The lead guitar man can play the 2 skinny strings. They're connected big time. And as the bar chord moves, the skinny shape moves. Wow, that's pretty cool. You can even go down to the E shape. So that's going to, if you're not used to this, it's going to take a while. Just remember your E, convert it to that different fingering, and start moving up the neck, and then bring in that index. And you're gonna get frustrated, but it's all fun. Everybody goes through this. Just take a little break, stretch those fingers out, and come right back to it though. Don't go away too far. Every day, if you hit these every day for just a few minutes, you'll have it. And you can just move them around and make up your own songs. I wrote one song using bar chords. I made it the most far out sound I could imagine using bar chords. I guess it's not that far out, but this is bar chords. I think I forgot. I don't care. All right. But those are some other bar chords. We'll get at those later. Let's do one last thing. Let's do some hammer-ons and pull-offs. Let's change the subject. Long rambling guitar lesson. Hammer-on is where you hit like an open string, and then you gotta punch down hard on the string. And the pull-off is kind of the opposite, where you hit the string, and then you pull your finger away. So then you can combine those hammer-on pull-off. That's one pick stroke. And you can just keep going on hammer-on pull-off. You can come up the next, say, 5th fret and go like 5, 7, 5. And that's hammer-on. And I'm leaving that finger there and pull off. And I can just keep flicking it like this. You can bring in other fingers. I'm doing 8 and 5 with my pinky and index. But you can just do them down here. I'm playing a little fast. You can slow it down. And you can do them on any string. So, I hope that didn't lose you too bad, but that's a hammer-on and pull-off. Bar chords, slides, fun stuff. Well, I guess that's about it for today. I'm sorry I went too long. I couldn't stop. I was having too much fun, and I want you to have fun too. So, this is old Brookie saying bye-bye.